mood to get scared. So like, I think we gotta get spooky. This video is called Finding the Origins of Uncanny Police Sketches, featuring Snook. Fuck no.
The uncanny valley can be defined as
Ew!
the phenomenon in which a computer-generated figure or humanoid robot...
Did we watch this already? Did we watch this already? I don't fucking know. Yo, watch him out. Stop cussing.
Resemblance to a human being arouses a sense of unease or revulsion in the person viewing it. Examples can be wax figures, dolls, bad CGI, whatever this is, and even police sketches. While the majority of facial composites look rather normal, you know, something along the lines of this, in recent years, some more disturbing police sketches have risen in popularity.
What the hell is that?
Mainly due to the whole uncanny valley thing I was just talking about.
I'm a scaredy cat. I don't like this shit.
Images like this aren't just a result of some creepypasta or something similar. This was actually used to try and find a real human person.
What fucking human being looks like that? What human being looks like this? Or
something along the lines of this.
Hold on.
In recent years, some more disturbing police sketches have risen in popularity, mainly due to
T-Bone chill. Like, who the fuck looks like this?
Uncanny valley thing I was just talking about. Believe it or not, images like this aren't just a result of some creepypasta or something similar. This was actually used to try and find a real human person. Throughout this video, I'll be covering some of the most recognized and popular Uncanny Valley police sketches, so be sure to stay tuned after a word from our sponsor.
Nope, don't care about your sponsor.
For long and basically, the Mandela reason being definitely appeared on social medias like TikTok and YouTube for different reasons. The main reason being the Mandela Catalog ARG by Alex Kister. Basically, the Mandela Catalog is a series of really well done videos that are super creepy and can be interpreted in a couple different ways. The YouTuber Wendigoon actually has a 10-hour long analysis video where he—
What is this, Oscar? What is this? Your hair looks good, Lana. Thank you, Jay. What is this? Holy sh— Why? Holy— I'm not even gonna play the rest of that shit. Yo! You named it— What the fuck? You just fucking— Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay.
He goes into the different theories of the Mandela Catalog, if this is something that looks interesting to you. But anyways, at 14 minutes and 20 seconds of the first Mandela Catalog video,
me too. Plus 20 hearing loss, literally. What the fuck?
Who is this guy? This find was pretty easy, thanks to someone on Reddit who found the origins. Random people on this website are the only reason I even get views, so thanks to this person. I started to do some digging, and a user of the Mandela Catalog subreddit suggested some time back that the intruder image originated from a 2007 news article involving a burglar attacking a woman in the Missouri area. While I do advise taking it with a grain of salt, a thread on the forum board FARC seems to discuss it as well. Same general time period, same news station. While most people on the FARC forum were laughing at how silly this picture is, I'm glad there were some people who saw how creepy it can be.
I'm scared!
Good old-fashioned nightmare fuel.
So, more than likely, this dude originated from this poorly written news article. Kirkwood police are looking for a man who broke into a woman's home.
Who the fuck looks like that?
And assaulted her before taking her purse, camera, and laptop.
Yo, this animation, this fucking, this shit, that animation scared me. Or it traumatized me. Lonnie, he called you hot? Who called me hot? What's good, Tier?
3 p.m. Saturday,
welcome back! You didn't even answer my question, dude.
Block of George Avenue when she heard a noise coming from another part of the home.
Can I make a song request? Hell yeah.
When the woman went to investigate,
she
found the man standing in a room. The man approached and hit the woman
Should I
across
call
the
me
face,
hot?
knocking her to the ground, police said. The man then ran out of the house with the woman's belongings.
So,
Police
Shad did not call me
said
hot, bro.
this article sucked. The woman did not know if the man had a vehicle. Police said the homeowner was not seriously injured. Police
My bad, was
released
your
a
question?
composite sketch of the
I
man.
just asked how you were doing. How you were doing and how your day is going. Let me, fucking... Alright, alright, bet, I got you. The second we're done, or we get done, I'm gonna play this shit.
Described as white, with defined facial features and acne marks on his face. He is between 17 to 24 years old, stands about 6 feet tall, and weighs about 170 pounds. He was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt, and police asked anyone with information to call St. Louis Regional Crime Stoppers. As far as I know, this creature has never been
weird.
caught.
I'm pretty good here. I don't like this one either. I got a coworker
The
that looks
first
just
time
like
I've
this
seen
image
this man was from Blame It on Jorge's
Good night,
video,
Oscar, you're
erratas,
actually going to
the
sleep?
mysterious word you shouldn't search
good
for.
night.
In the thumbnail and throughout the video, you'll come across this face. You don't really have to know about the whole erratas thing, by the way. It's just that this face was connected to the whole online mystery that was erratas and pretty much popularized it. With that being said, here's a clip from that Blame It on Jorge video.
Contained a strange image of an elongated face. Further investigation reveals that the image is a police sketch of a serial rapist, last seen in Maui, Hawaii.
So, ever since the entire topic of erratas went viral about 4 years ago, we've pretty much known the origin of this photo. As you can see in Jorge's video, he was a Hawaiian rapist.
He kind of looks like...
let's dig just a little deeper than that.
He kind of looks like
in my video,
James
by the
Charles.
way, that some dark and more disturbing stuff is going to be talked about. So there's your final trigger warning. There's not going to be any jump scares or anything, just really messed up stuff. Anyway, here is an archived page from the Honolulu-based news website Star Bulletin. On August 26, 2005, this post would be made, accompanied by the infamous erratas picture.
Yeah, niggas are dirty-minded.
The sketch released Wednesday described the suspect as 6 feet to 6 feet 3 inches tall, possibly Chinese Hawaiian, with a long, slender, clean-shaven face, and who might own a white or light-colored van. According to the article, the SA that this mysterious person had committed was the 4th attack against an elderly woman within the last 12 weeks. You would have to imagine that this guy was more than likely responsible for all of the attacks, but the article also states that none of them are known to be connected. Thankfully for the 72-year-old who prompted the search for this figure, it says that she was grabbed from behind but was able to pull the pin out of a handheld electronic alarm, prompting her to be freed.
How much of
Once
a loser
again,
do you have
there's
to
no
be?
information that I could find that would
That's
suggest that this guy got caught. This image has always creeped me out pretty bad, and the origins for this one are actually pretty disturbing. To start off, this one isn't even a police sketch, but rather what's known as a facial reconstruction. In the case that I'm going to be talking about, we have to go back to June 5th, 2014, when the body of a missing woman called Jenny Gamez was identified. Jenny Gamez had been missing for over 2 years at the time, alongside another woman, Laura Simonson. They had both met up with a man named Steven Zelich through the internet, but were unfortunately murdered in the process. Steven was a former police officer, and for whatever twist...
What? This is why I always feel like people who are police officers should go through like extensive background checks and like be very, they need to be investigated. Like if you want to work, okay, so if you want to work certain jobs, they will literally like ask you crazy ass personal questions. They'll come to your house, see what conditions you live in. Like that's what a lot of police officers I feel like need to go through, like a lot of fucking extensive ass shit to become a police officer, because at the end of the day you're here to protect us, and you also walk, you know, you're just I don't know how to explain it, but it's just fucking crazy to me how easy it is for the weirdest, craziest, most racist niggas to get jobs as police officers. And it's just like, wow, okay, whatever. What was your first job? I did cybersecurity. My first job was cybersecurity. Yeah, that was the field that I worked in.
He decided to take the lives of these two women and then managed to dump their remains on the side of the road in suitcases. Whenever the suitcases would be found, the bodies were obviously not in good shape because, dead people decompose. It's not a fun thing to think about.
Insane.
But that being said, Laura's body
He's
would be
sick.
identified rather quickly through her dental records.
fire,
but
thank
Ginny
you.
at the time was completely
That's what I'm in college
untraceable,
for?
which led to the
Ooh.
creation of this
How many
rather
more years of
unsettling
college do you have
picture.
left?
The point of this image and
That's
picture
really
similar to
sad.
this is to
I
highlight
thought you played with staples or something? What?
the predominant facial features of a person's face. For instance, this picture has a heavy emphasis on the crooked teeth, thin nose, and cheekbones, and the end result is pretty uncanny. Thankfully though, this image was broadcasted on the news and shared around in different ways, and the parents of Jenny Gamez would actually come forward and confirm that this was their missing daughter, all thanks to this picture. Side by side, you can see the similarities, and it was
Yeah,
thankfully a
there
useful
are
facial reconstruction. As far as the
Similarities
dude
for
who
sure.
absolutely
I'm
sucks
just
in this
chatting.
story,
You're a
he's
loser.
currently in prison for life, and
Good.
rest in peace to the girls.
Fucking good. He needs to be in jail for
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Snook. Thank you for Jaden Salads for
What the
inviting
fuck?
me out for this collab. And all right,
Oh, it's a
enough yapping.
collab.
Let's
Okay.
get into it.
W collab. Oh, we're playing a scary game. Oh, I don't like that face. We're playing a scary game after we watch the scary shit too.
This police sketch of a man with a rather interesting haircut dates back to this article from October.
What the fuck kind of haircut is that? Like, no hate to the person. Well, depending on what they did, but like, what the fuck kind of haircut is that?
October 27th, 2017. The article reads as follows. Police have released a composite sketch of a suspect wanted in connection to an incident where a RCMP member was shot at. The vehicle had no lights on and no license plate. After pulling over and activating the cruiser's emergency equipment, the officer was shot at by the occupant
Wow.
of the Cadillac, described as a thin, black male, who then fled towards Saskatoon. The officer was not injured. The rest of the article
Wow.
states that an investigation went underway, but the suspect was ultimately never found, and we've only been left
gave the
with
barber
one
$1
of
for
the
that cut. Yeah,
strangest
that's
police
crazy.
sketches in recent memory.
That's a creepy cartoon ass fucking.
In February of 2008, this police sketch of a person in a motorcycle helmet would make its round among many different forums and news sites. The majority of sites and blogs that would post this image would be accompanied with the following text. The Royal Thai Police have released a sketch of a man suspected of stealing 200,000 baht from a government savings bank in Bangkok several weeks
You
ago.
make my
According to a report
Yeah.
on this Japanese language news site,
You're a fucking
this sketch is
loser.
based on the recollections of eyewitnesses who say the suspect wore a motorcycle helmet at the
This nigga's
time
in
of the
Tron,
robbery.
bro.
Have you seen him? Now, what I just
nigga's
read
in
is usually the
Tron.
only information that is given about the individual and the
Yo.
crime they committed. You would think that a bank robbery done by a man in a helmet would be a bigger deal, but it's somehow a pretty underground story with little to no details. I tried looking at the original news article, but the page is no longer available. After putting the link into the Wayback Machine, I
What the
managed
fuck?
to access the article, although it doesn't seem to provide us with any other information. For those who are curious, here's what the alleged bank looks like, and it'll remain a mystery of who robbed it back
How
in
the hell is this drone
2008.
supposed to help? I literally, he's wearing a fucking mask. Unless they have some like maybe the mask, or not the mask, the helmet was a little bit see-through so you could see maybe his eye shape or something. No, niggas just drew a nigga with a mask on. He like thinks that's so helpful.
In the thumbnail of my most popular video, you can see this face front and center, and they were given the name Mr. Cruel.
What the fuck?
This individual
He has
was
a
an
butthole
Australian
mouth.
child R-word and kidnapper throughout the late 80s and early 90s.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, this horrible person would never be caught for their crimes,
He's a
as they would
fucking
wear
loser.
this
What the
tailored
fuck, Lana?
balaclava
What?
depicted in the
Think of that
infamous
bubble
police
Sky
sketch.
from
When the
Sky from
hunt
the
for
Kid.
Mr. Cool first started, there was a $100,000 reward for information that would lead to his arrest. And in 2016, the reward money would even be raised to $1 million. Yet in 2024, there's still no one to be held responsible. Although while making
butthole
this
mask? That's
video,
what it looks
I
like.
did come
His mouth
across
looks like a
someone on
butthole.
Reddit who suspects that their dad is Mr. Cruel, which is something,
What?
I guess. For a little more,
Niggas is on Reddit speculating that it's their fucking father. Why have you not gone to the police? I mean, that is your father, but it's like, what the? Excuse me?
more in-depth explanation on everything, you can watch the segment I have on Mr. Cruel in my iceberg that covers many unsolved true crime cases.
It looks like a Photoshop version of Lil Durk's stereo. This looks like a Photoshop version
This
of Lil
lesser-known
Durk.
police sketch of a wide-eyed man with a hoodie over his head was the result of a man
What
who
the
looked into
fuck?
the windows of girls' apartments in Citrus
Oh, so
Heights,
he was a
California.
fucking weirdo.
Supposedly, this guy
My dad
caused
did
at least
on
9 police reports
Literally.
for following
I'm
women
going
to their
to the
apartments
police.
and then
Lana?
staring into their windows.
What's up, Sleepy?
Along with this, there was also an SA incident that is connected to this guy, so that's worth mentioning. Whenever this police
Wow.
sketch got into the
Bro,
public's
Eyes is
hands
the
back in
moon,
March of
literally.
2016, it received more amusement than concern, as the eyes on this dude are pretty, he's got some big ol' eyes. This would ultimately cause the
You should do a
police
day
to
in the
come out
life
and
of
confirm
Lana. If I did a day in the life, you know, that would be the most boring fucking video anybody would ever watch in their life. I told y'all what my life looks like. I have a terrible ass sleeping schedule, so I don't wake up until later on into the day. And all I do is wake up to fucking stream, so.
that the man's eyes are accurately depicted in the sketch. And
It'd
as
be
you can
boring as
imagine,
fuck.
there was no capture for this guy, so he's probably still out there somewhere.
I'll definitely
and he's
do
kinda
another
hard to
vlog,
miss,
though.
So feel free to call the cops if you see someone with these eyes.
Yeah, they put Lil Durk in there too. 5-second vid, literally.
For the final uncanny police sketch of this video,
I've
it is
seen this
arguably one of the most recognizable faces me and Snook have talked about. This creepy face has been featured in the Mandela catalog, Nextbot video games, and even has ties to a variety of different urban legends like the Celine Delgado mystery. With all of that out of the
Yeah,
way,
that
this
shit
police
scared the
sketch was
fuck
of a
out of me.
serial killer and serial R-word by
I
the
wake
name
up
of
at
Derrick
7
Lee
p.m.
Todd.
and eat and
From
stream and go to bed.
1993
Yeah.
to the early 2000s, Derrick would murder at least 7 women in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area.
Wow,
Initially,
what the
law
fuck?
enforcement had thought that the murderer of these girls was white, so Derrick was never really looked into as a suspect,
got the Fortnite
despite having
ass
a
cut?
criminal
Yeah, he
history
does.
of stalking women. Moving forward, Derrick would eventually be caught whenever a victim would come forward to police, and they would help identify what Derrick looked like. Using a software called Faces made by IQ Biometrics Inc., the victim and law enforcement would eventually create this face. A face that most resembled Derrick from the victim's memory. Because of this, and DNA
What the
evidence that
fuck?
would also prove that Derrick did the things he did, he would end up getting caught in May of 2003, and
my
would die
God.
on death row in 2016 due to heart complications.
Hey,
It's
man.
safe to say that Derrick Lee Todd was a horrible human. This guy was an absolute piece of trash
He
in
deserves
and out of the courtroom.
exactly what he
Rest
got.
in peace to the victims.
Rest in peace to the victims,
I also
but rest
thought
in
that I
peace
should
to that
mention
nigga,
this,
man.
but you can actually
Fuck.
buy the Faces program for yourself. The same program that helped catch people
$500
like
fucking
Derrick Lee
dollars?
Todd. But it'll
That's
just cost
crazy.
you around $500.
That's
I personally
expensive.
don't have a reason to use this software, but it does seem pretty interesting. You can literally create anybody's face on this thing, as that's kind of the point, but I just thought it would be
I
cool
mean,
to show you guys.
or you could just
I'm
use a
sure
fucking
this is
pencil.
far more useful than your ordinary police sketches.
Oh, or maybe not. Oops. Okay.
Well, thank you for watching the video.
W freaking video, man.